Okay, so here it is, a short tutorial to create trees. Especially for now, we will do a quick branch with leaves for games. So we have a branch downloaded from internet, and I have two layers practically. The first layer is the tree itself, the branch itself from the internet, and I created a new layer and control clicked the branch layer which contains the branch. Now the selection appears. Then I took a bark texture and just dragged in, and hold on, first we drag the bark, scale the whole bark to cover the whole area. Now we select the layer which contains our branch, control click on the layer, selection appears. Now select the bark texture layer and click on the selection tool and right click layer via copy and hide out the original bark texture. Okay, so now we have this pattern for the branch, and if we want, we can delete this layer. If we want, we can create new textures for our original branch by selecting the new layer which we created and go to filters, and we will apply some filter. Let's test it. Okay, that's looks already interesting. This is also a nice one. This one too. So this is with and this is without. So we can create new patterns for our branches. And if we want to create new additional branches, then we just simply select our branch layer and control click to create a selection, then go to selection tool, and for instance we will chop this and make sure that you have the intersection with the selection layer selected. Then just chop out a portion of the branch like this, and this will remain selected. Click right and layer via copy. Now we have a new layer, and we can move this layer somewhere. Oops, sorry. We can move this layer somewhere if we select it, Control T eventually, and we can place it somewhere in our document. Maybe for instance here, Control T, select, okay, and rotate, and we can place it somewhere. To make even more complicated branches. Enter to quit selection. Eventually we'll move it. Okay, so this is the branch creation. Now for the leaves, I also downloaded from the internet a photo of a leaf, and I just cut it out from the background. Now we can select this leaf and drag to our branch document, creating a new one. Control T, rescale, something like that. Hit enter to quit selection, and I think we can scale it a little bit more down. Okay, and now it starts the tedious work of placing the leaves. Well, the idea is that usually you place some leaves at the end of the branch. We might scale it down a little bit, then hold Alt and just drag with your mouse, duplicating the new leaf and placing a few around, rotating it, maybe scale it up, holding shift, or you just side scale it to create a little bit of squeeze effect, and it's pretty nice. Okay, and hold Alt, drag, rotate, place the new one, maybe scale it down a little bit, place it, and continue. Well, depending on the tree you create, usually you should use a reference image, and but usually the leaves are continuing like this. So between two on the side, you can place one between on the other side. Okay, and continue like this. Try to rotate almost perpendicular, but not quite. Scale it down a little bit to make a variation of the leaves. You can place one here, and also you can create another squeeze like that, or maybe just select the branch by control the layer, control click on the layer, and which you choose the selection tool with the intersection option, and pick a small portion, for instance this one from here, and right click and layer via copy. Now we have a small piece of branch, a small piece of branch. Eventually, if we can select it, well, let's drag it top, and here we go. We have a small branch over there. Now with that we can create, for instance, some effects. Alt drag and place it at the end. Alt drag, rotate, scale, drag it with your cursor keys, drag it again, rotate. Just create some effects. Maybe one more here. Now select the whole stuff, this one and the branch, and place it somewhere, for instance like this if you want. Okay, so keeping up with this leaf placement, continuing as you wish, but try to not put too many leaves on the branch. Especially try to keep a something around, well, 30% free of this portion here without leaves. Eventually, if you put some leaves, then put just a few, not too many. Now I have the chance to pick my my rotations once we have some leaves already, and for instance, this should be enough on this small branch, and eventually we can place one here. So keep space, let the light go through the leaves, and your finished work will look like separated. I guess this is the one. Yeah, something like that. Okay, the trick here is that I used some filters on the leaves. This filter can be applied at the end of the whole leaf placement, or you can just go to your let's close this, or you can just go to your original leaf, and if you have some very strong highlights and very dark areas, and you don't have a fluent color pattern, then you can make some adjustments on it. For instance, the first thing is to apply a high pass filter. Now this one is a little bit strange for the beginning, but it's okay. You should leave somewhere at 30, 31, maximum 35, but you'll see. I will apply this filter with 30, with a value of 30, and now I'm going to apply some additional layers. Maybe this one and this one too. Okay. Now, color balance. First off, let's go to the level and adjust the levels. That's pretty okay. Not too much contrast. I don't want to make it too dark. I need some colors get back. Brightness, contrast. Well, contrast, we can rise the contrast a little bit. We can lower the brightness, not too much. And now we can go to the color balance, and we can adjust the color of the leaves by raising the green values. Eventually we can go to a bit yellowish, or go to cyan, like that. Okay, then go to the hue saturation curve and adjust additional parameters. Either you go this way or maybe like that. The lightness can be took a little bit down. Okay, now once this filters all applied, you can merge the whole changes and drag your new leaf on the branch layer here, and Control T, rescale it to the required something like this. Hit enter. Now you see you have some lighter leaves which will react differently to sunlight, and you can randomize this placement of the leaves, as we can see here. Okay, so something like that. Not too many leaves, as we can see. Some free space down there, and well, in the next video, I guess, because I'm almost 50 minutes, we will create the rest of the effects for our leaf and branch textures.